Welcome everyone. In this video, we will discuss about India joined the UK-led fight against encrypted online messages. So if you have been a user of WhatsApp, you must have seen like whenever you start a conversation with somebody new, it gives in the chat window in WhatsApp, you see that it gives a message like that your conversation is end-to-end encrypted. You must have seen this message, conversation is end-to-end encrypted. Very often, if you start a conversation with any new contact, this is the first message that you see on your screen. So what does that end-to-end encryption mean? What is the major fight and why UK is fighting and why India has joined the fight? So we will discuss about all these detail in this video. So first of all, let's try to understand what this particular thing was in news. So India joined the UK-led fight against the encrypted online messages, and what are all the other countries who are supporting this particular campaign kind of a thing. So UK and India are joined by US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand and Japan. So you see the major economies of the world are like coming together and trying to fight the whole concept of end-to-end encryption. It marks the expansion of the so-called Five Eyes group of nations. So basically, there are certain grouping of nation which has been formed in recent times, like the Five Eyes, the Four Eyes. Basically, that means that these are the group of nations which are trying to keep a vigil over the internet or over the whole cyber security thing. So it also marks, when India joined this particular fight, it marks the expansion of the so-called Five Eyes, a global alliance on intelligent issue to include Japan and India. The campaign is against the end-to-end encryption of messages by social media giants such as Facebook. So just remember, WhatsApp is also a subsidiary of Facebook. It has been bought by Facebook. So they go for end-to-end encryption, and this campaign is actually against this end-to-end encryption, which that particular the signatories of this particular campaign, where they have came together and signed that end-to-end encryption head to end. Why they have said that? Because they say that this particular end-to-end encryption of messages hinder law enforcement by blocking all access to them. So this is their kind of a argument which they are putting forward, that when a company tech giant like Facebook is going ahead with the end-to-end encryption, it is actually hindering the law enforcement to get the access to all the details. At times it could be very hazardous for the society, that they are not able to get access even to the criminal activities because of this end-to-end encryption thing. So this is one of the things because of which these countries are coming together and trying to push forward the idea that end-to-end encryption should end. The countries also ask companies to not blind themselves to illegal activity on their platform, including child abuse images. So basically, this campaign is not only about that you need to end the end-to-end encryption, but it is also asking the tech giant or the companies to be more responsible. Like if your platform is being used for certain kind of illegal activities, you cannot remain neutral. So that is the again a different idea which has been put forward under this campaign, that the company should also become responsible for what kind of content they are letting to be go on their platform. So this is the whole idea behind this campaign. Now let's move forward and try to understand what is this end-to-end encryption is all about. So what does it, like in very simple term, what does that means? That messages are visible only to the sender and recipient. So end-to-end encryption means that if I am person A and I am sending the message to person B, so this could only be read by person A and person B. So that's the whole idea behind end-to-end encryption. So whatever message the A has sent to B could be read only by B and vice versa. So this is the whole idea behind end-to-end encryption. And it does not even allow the message to be read by the tech companies which provides it. So for an example, WhatsApp, which is the party which provides the platform through which they go for conversation, even WhatsApp should not be able to read the messages. That's the whole idea behind end-to-end encryption. Encryption technology involves scrambling or jambling of the data being transferred in such a way that it can be deciphered only by the sender and receiver. So what happened? A kind of encryption, or you can say that the whole thing is converted into a hash code, which is like not readable by the people, and it could only be decoded with the help of a key. So that's the main idea. In the coming, we will just try to understand very basic or at a very novice level what does encryption mean. So in the first step, when a sender sends a message, it is in the form of plain text, that is ordinary readable text. So A has sent a message to B like say hello. So this is the plain readable text. We could read it. We could understand what hello means. Now what happened as soon as the data gets into the network. So the minute this hello get into the network, the internet that we use, or the servers which are connected with the WhatsApp at the backend. So the minute it gets into the network, it gets encrypted. That is a process of converting ordinary readable text into a code with the help of special keys. Now what happened as the minute it reaches the network, it is not like hello anymore. It will convert into a certain kind of hash code or even an SHA. So you don't have to understand all these things. Just understand this is some kind of a alphanumeric thing which could not be deciphered, and it could only be unlocked with the help of a key. The key which is the one which actually encoded it. So that kind of a key pair arrangement takes place when the particular message get into the network. In the next step, when the same data reaches its intended destination, like now this message after going through the network reaches B. What happened over here? It is decrypted, that it is the process of converting back the decoded data to readable text with the help of special keys. Now the keys which were used to encrypt, the same keys would be utilized over here to decrypt the data, and finally the B will be able to read hello in the plain text. So the finally intended receiver gets the message in the form of cipher text, that is a readable text obtained after decryption. So basically plain text get encrypted into some alphanumeric code that get into the network with the help of a key, and then when it is like the destination has a set of keys, and that is there is a key pair match. Whenever it is intended for this particular destination, the destination will have a key which could unlock that encrypted message. So it will get decrypted and it will again be in the form of readable text. You don't have to like delve really deep into it. Just understand that when the sender sends a message, it get converted into some unreadable format, and when the receiver ends it, then only at that time itself it get decrypted and become a readable text. So that's the whole idea of end-to-end encryption. Now what is the issue with end-to-end encryption? Like so many countries have came together and they are saying that they cannot go for end-to-end encryption. So what is the issue with it? So the signatories claim that end-to-end encryption policies like those employed by the social media giants erode the public safety online. So this is the major claim which these signatories have come up with, that while using the end-to-end encryption, they provided the privacy to the user, but at the same time they provided the access for harassment to the people, and hence they are eroding the public safety online. So that is the major claim. When end-to-end encryption is allowed with no access to content, it severely undermines the abilities of companies to take action against illegal activities on their own platform. Now this is also one of the thing which like a major catch, that the companies themselves are not reading it. So they don't know, or they cannot like in the present evidence in the code suggesting that their platform has been used for some kind of illegal activity, because they themselves don't have access to the content. So that is also one of the thing which is like an issue with end-to-end encryption. Finally, it prevents the law enforcement investigating and prosecuting the most serious crime being committed on these services. For an example, online child sexual abuse, grooming and terrorist content, all these things are like freely moving across these social media, and because of this end-to-end encryption, even the law enforcement does not have any access to it, and against they cannot form a case against this particular kind of misuse of platform. So these are the certain issues which comes up with end-to-end encryption. And finally, let's just try to see, we in very briefly in the beginning we did discuss about the Five Eyes. So what are the Five Eyes? So basically these are the nation which are keeping a vigil on the intelligence over the network. These include your USA, UK, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. Then what are nine eyes? So nine eyes like five eyes countries plus Denmark, France, Holland, and Norway. And what is now 14 eyes country? So these are nine eyes plus Germany, Belgium, Italy, Sweden, Spain, and also Israel, Japan, Singapore, South Korea. So you can just see over here this intelligence alliance is going big in number. So this intelligence alliance is going big in number, and the whole purpose is to be more vigilant about the cyber security over the network, because this word has gone into the industry 4.0, which is basically focused on the information technology, and hence it is very important that cyberspace is also remain safe and stable. So this is the whole thing that we need to know. So you need to know about what is end-to-end encryption, not much detail. From your mains perspective, you could point out these views that what are the harmful effect of end-to-end encryption, but also see how end-to-end encryption is beneficial for privacy. So you have to understand there was a reason why end-to-end encryption was included in the whole thing at the first place, because of the privacy concern. So you have to try to figure out a argument in favor of end-to-end encryption also. So that's so that you could write a more balanced answer if such kind of question comes in your mains examination. So I hope you have understood this video. If you have any doubt, feel free to drop a comment. Thank you.